Hey there, guys. Welcome back to another episode. This is actually part 3 of our How Much Ammo Do You Need? If you guys are liking the series, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. Just let me know if you guys want to see more content like this. For this video, we're getting down into the meat and potatoes of everything. So the amount of ammo that you need. Again, for me, there's a few things that I do look at with this. However, it's kind of up to you. It really is. How much you feel comfortable with, how much you actually shoot, what you're using it for. It is kind of all up to you. But for me, this is what works. This is what I do, or at least what I go by. So for me, really goes with the amount that I shoot. So 9mm, I shoot that the most when it comes to pistols. 12 gauge, I shoot that the most when it comes to shotguns, and 5.56. It's what I shoot the most for my rifle. So those are the three that I really, focus on a lot. And I go by the amount of weapons that I own for how much I should have, especially with the ones that I do shoot the most. So I've heard a lot of stuff, like a lot of the old timers and everything they that I've talked to. They tell me, you need 1,000 rounds of everything. 1,000 rounds for each weapon you have. Yes and no. 1,000 rounds is a good amount. That's actually what I do use as far as quantity goes for the amount of weapons that I do have. So if I have 2 9mm, I'll have 2,000 rounds because I shoot that the most. If I have like my 45-70, I have 100 rounds, I feel pretty good with that because I don't shoot it that often. So I don't really need to take that out, test it out too much. I only take it out really during hunting season. It's not like I'm using that for recreation or anything like that, or home defense or anything like that. So it all kind of depends. Now, 1,000 rounds for me for the weapons that I shoot the most, with how many weapons I have of that caliber, that kind of works out for me. Mixing that in between, we'll stick on 9mm. So 9mm, 1,000 rounds per weapon that I have. Breaking that down between FMJs and hollow points for personal defense, home defense, and just for practice. I would say for me, 60-40 on there. So 600 rounds of FMJ, 400 of hollow point. I could even go 700 rounds of FMJ compared to 300 rounds a hollow point, but I feel pretty good with that, knowing that I have that in my arsenal, that I can practice with that. For some of my others, maybe 500, stuff that I don't shoot as much, but would take out to the range every once in a while. And then it kind of comes down to how much you can spend on this. If you guys have followed the channel, I'm balling on a budget right now. Got a lot of stuff in my personal life going on, but hopefully we get all that good stuff up and start seeing more of the reloading, more of the ammo rolling in. But until then, we ball on a budget, and that's all right. So it kind of comes down to what you break it down to. 1,000 rounds for what you shoot, how many weapons you have. If you have 3 9mm, 3,000. If you have 4 9mm, 4,000 rounds, if that's the one that you shoot the most. Now, if it's a 45, it can be the same thing. You shoot that the most, do that. For rounds that you don't shoot as much, but want to have a good amount of, 500 is probably a good number. Stuff that you do take out to the range and shoot, stuff that you do hunt with. That seems to be I never run out during hunting season. It's easy to replenish in the off season, especially for some of the shotgun rounds that I have. I can tell you my 12 gauge is way more than what my 20 gauge is, because that's what I shoot the most. My 20 gauge is way more than the 410 that I have, because I shoot that way more. So it's just kind of prioritizing what you shoot the most, and obviously a little bit of money in there, but I kind of break that down the same way for my shotguns as I do my pistols. For practice, so the lead shot out there shooting trap, skeet, that type of thing, compared to what I have in steel and slug and buck and everything. I break those all out myself, and it kind of just depends on what you're going to be hunting with, what you're going to be shooting with, what you shoot the most. That's kind of a big thing. Rifles are the same way, between my ARs that I have, my bolt actions, what I'm going to be shooting the most of, what I'm going to be hunting the most with, it all is broken down. So a good rule of thumb for me is the 1,000 rounds per weapon that I have for the stuff that I shoot the most. About 500 rounds for the stuff that I shoot a lot. Well, a lot's a loose term, but I shoot more than just kind of not. I feel pretty comfortable with that. And 100 rounds, 200 rounds for stuff that I don't really shoot that much, or maybe I'm just really starting off and trying to build up my ammo supply. That's one of the things that I take a look at as well, where I'm at, what I'm going to be shooting. So I guess if you really break this down on the number of rounds that you shoot, or the three things you really should be looking at, it's one, money. Make sure that you're budgeting. That's always a big thing. If it's a case a month, or 20 rounds of 5.56, and that's what you can afford and you feel good, cool. If it's 500 rounds of 45 ACP and you can afford that, great. Do that. Usage is the second one. I prep for what I shoot the most, and that's kind of how I take a look, and I budget everything within that. And then again, for what you're using, I'm not prepping for stuff that I don't have. I'm building my ammo supply for stuff that I do have. And again, it's what I shoot the most is what I'm going to prep for, what I'm going to be spending my money on. But that's part 3, the age-old question of actually how much ammo do you need. Again, it's up to you guys. If you guys are liking the series, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Let's have a day.